So you probably hear from Democrats often the issue with the border wall. In the Democrats' mind, the issue with constructing a wall is it's not the be-all, end-all. There's still drug trafficking tunnels that the cartels use and other things. Why do you think a wall is still needed, given that it won't solve the whole
Any
crisis?
implementation of greater security along our border will present challenges to the cartel. Will those challenges include tunneling beneath that wall? Absolutely. That's what we deal with. But trust me, we know how we're going to build that wall. We know what it takes to build that wall. I've seen different diagrams and proposals for building that wall, and that will include going down in the ground. I'm not going to say how far we're going down to stop those tunnels. We are going to build a wall. When this happens, it's anyone's guess at this point in time. But we need to hold our congressmen and their feet to the fire to help our president get his budget passed. $5 billion is what we're looking for by the end of this month. $5 billion to get this wall started. That's only a portion of what it's going to cost to build this wall. Is it going to stop the flow of illegal immigration? Absolutely not. But it's going to stop the flood that we currently have coming across the southwest border.
What do you say to a skeptical person, a skeptical voter who doesn't want to support it, who thinks that it's discriminatory and it's not welcoming to
I asked them, what would you propose to protect our border? What would you propose to secure our border? What would you propose to protect homeland security in this country? What would you propose?
And if the House does pass some sort of funding, whether it's $5 billion or full funding, and it sits in the Senate, what do you say to the senators who even are on the Republican side?
Do what we elected you to do. Protect our country. Protect our country and work with this president to get meaningful legislation passed. And meaningful legislation means protecting the United States of America. We will never have homeland security until we have border security. Never.
And the last one for you is when you look at the situation with a full funding of the wall, it doesn't look like the Republicans will be able to even get the votes before the end of the year. What do you say from a security standpoint? Why it's needed in terms of the cause and effect from what happens at the border to what happens in the cities and in the streets?
Well, if you are unwilling to pass legislation, but you're willing to accept that there will be many more American lives lost, thousands of more American lives lost, not just to murders, not just to rapists, not just to homicides and manslaughter, but to drug traffickers. The Mexican drug trafficking cartels now dominate the industry here in North America. It's a multi-billion-dollar-a-year industry, and it's being controlled by the Mexican drug trafficking cartels. The number one issue right now in this country facing all Americans, I don't care who you ask, is the heroin epidemic that affects us all. And the Mexican drug trafficking cartels dominate that industry, and they're controlling it coming into and throughout the United States. To every city, every urban area, every rural area in our country, the Mexican drug trafficking cartels are seemingly doing it undetected, unmolested, and unabated. And it's time that we step up to the plate.
Think it would make your job easier?
It would make my job a lot easier. I'm tired of dealing with overdoses. I'm tired of dealing with violent crime. I'm tired of dealing with human trafficking in our hotels all up and down U.S. Route 13 in Wicomico County, Maryland. And they're there all the time. We're making arrests all the time, but they keep coming, and they keep coming. Why? Because our borders are wide open.